Donald Trump did Greg Gutfeld's show yesterday for the first time ever. It's pretty fun. Let's get into it.
And he loves Diet Coke, but hates the woke, choosing this insanity over Sean Hannity. Let's crank it up to 11 for President 45 and 47. The man who finally made Bill Richardson at 6'2", fighting out of the red corner from Queens, New York, the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, Donald Trump got quite the warm reception on Gutfeld's show yesterday. And you might be questioning, well, okay, he did an interview. What's the big deal? Why are we making a video about this? Well, it's not really a big deal. But the truth is, it was something a little different. I've watched a lot of Donald Trump stuff. I'm sure a lot of you guys have too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be clicking on any of my videos. There was just something different about it. He was comfortable. He was relaxed. It was almost like how you'd picture it would be like hanging out at Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump and having a beer. It is literally how it felt. To start with, we're going to get into the usual questions that people will ask him. Obviously about assassination attempts and whatnot. Let's get into it.
Mr. P, how's your golf game?
Well, haven't been thinking about it too much lately. I always said golf is a very dangerous game.
It really is. It really is, especially if they're playing with you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
What, that was a mean joke?
Pretty sad.
Did you, if they had told you that the shooter was there, would you have tried to take him out with your 3-wood?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, if I knew. And we've been going through a lot of it. We're getting very good at it, but I don't want to say that too loudly because we don't want to bring any jinxes along, Tyrus. Right? But it's
it is. I mean, at least he could have yelled 4.
This is not a good thing to have practice at.
No.
Like, you're getting really good at stopping assassinations of Donald Trump. So, not lightly, but it's almost casually. The way, like, I get more angry, you know, when my pant pocket gets caught on a doorknob. I get angrier about that than you get angry about getting shot at. It doesn't. How do you process that?
Well, number one, do I have a choice?
Yeah.
Right? What am I gonna do? Right?
Yeah.
Do we have a choice? But here's the only good thing is that it's always a consequential president that gets shot at. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, so far, I've been very lucky. Or something is greater than all of us.
Ooh. It is.
Something is up there. Someone is up there, maybe watching over us.
I think he's voting for you.
Yeah.
Okay, Butler was really the greatest of all miracles. If I'm not looking over there, and I mean a full turn, exactly 90 degrees, I wouldn't be here right now, and your ratings would be a little bit lower, perhaps.
Yeah.
So I said, bring down the chart, and the chart drops down, and I go, look at those numbers, and I look over to the right, and ping, and that was not, I knew something was definitely wrong. And it was a mess. I touched, I said, that's unusual.
Remember when you showed it to me?
I showed it.
Yeah, you showed it to me. You said, I know people aren't going to believe this, so Gutfeld, take a look at my ear.
That's right. You know, we met at the convention.
Yeah.
And I said, who am I going to show it to? You know, we have a lot of guys. You know, they'll say it didn't exist. And I actually did have such confidence in him, and he's really a very special guy, talented guy, good guy, great guy. And I said, you know, if I'm going to show it, let's do it with Gutfeld.
Yes.
And
That's amazing. It's amazing.
because it happened right after.
Yeah, how did you get him to see the top of your ear?
Well, I sat in a low chair.
Okay, thank you.
But you know what? It was true. And I took the
I'll be looking up a
bandages
little
off
bit.
very carefully.
Yeah.
And I showed him. He said, that's nasty.
Yes.
That was nasty. But
I
it healed
kind of
up.
wanted to touch it, but I knew I would have
No,
been
he didn't.
tackled.
I walked off. I said, that's the bait. You know, they said I'm the GOAT in debates because I had a lot of debates and I became president. And the GOAT means greatest of all time.
All right.
He's a GOAT. But I said, what a great stage. And I walked off that stage and I thought I had the best debate. And I was very unfairly treated by the anchor. I'm not fans of those guys anymore. And his hair was better 5 years ago than it is now. Okay? That happens. That happens with the clock.
I mean, who among us?
That happens with the clock.
Now, you see what I mean when I'm saying calm, relaxed? It's like as if he's chilling out with buddies and just having a good time. And of course, some people might say, yeah, well, of course he's relaxed. He's on Fox, the fake news network, and yada, yada, yada. And honestly, if that's your take on it, well, then, what can I tell you? Go back to your Joy Reid, Rachel Maddow, enjoy your morning, Joe. In this next segment, they're going to have a little bit of fun with Howard Stern. Check it out.
Celebs can't quit Donald Trump. Roll it.
Have you thought about the possibility he might use the power of the federal government against you personally?
Yeah, I have, but I'm confident in the fact that he's coming after you first.
Clooney should get out of politics and go back to television.
I will if he does.
I don't hate the guy. I hate the people who vote for him. I think they're stupid. I don't think I do. I'll be honest with you. I have no respect for you.
You could be president. Do you ever think about anything like that?
No.
Really, never?
No.
Why?
I wouldn't make a good president.
You don't think you'd be good?
I wouldn't really pass any of the things that you have to pass to, but I guess Trump did it.
Yeah, no. you would be a Boy Scout like a
Yeah.
Well, that didn't age well for either of them.
Whoops.
So, Mr. Trump, the thing that I think my theory is that famous people don't like it when their fame is put in proper perspective. I notice a lot of these guys, it's an emotional response to the fact that you're bigger, more well-known. Does that make sense?
Well, I know some of them, and like Howard, I was on Howard Stern's show as much as anybody, and
yeah.
he was great at that time, and then he went woke.
Yeah.
And since he's gone woke, his ratings have gone down the tubes, and he sort of went anti-Trump for a couple of reasons. Mm-hmm. But I was on his show a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, he has a best of. Did you ever see the best of Howard Stern? I don't want to promote it necessarily, but and I was there for just about all of them. The best of. We had good shows. It was good, but he's changed, and he doesn't do the ratings anymore. The Make America Great Again is such a great MAGA. Is such a great tag. And I watched Biden where he was very angry at MAGA. He said, "We've got to stop MAGA." And I'm saying, it's Make America Great Again.
Yes.
It sort of doesn't work so well, right? Make America Great Again.
Our second video of the day comes to us from RFK Jr. During a recent event while campaigning for President Trump, he was asked what he thought about Trump as a person, and he shared this amazing story.
I've known President Trump for many years, and on two occasions I sued him. He was trying to build golf courses up in the New York City reservoir watershed, and I sued him successfully to stop that. And at one point, my wife, she wanted to go to Palm Beach for the weekend to see my mom over Easter, and I said, I didn't want to buy tickets for all the kids. And she said, what if I find a free ride? And I said, okay. Then she said, I found a free ride. And I said, who? And she said, Donald Trump. And I said, I'm suing him. And she said, he told me he knows you're suing him, but it's okay anyway. And we ended up flying down with him, and I had a great time. I still sued him. And
it's such an interesting story because you kind of separate the friendship from the legal stuff. It's like, yeah, you sue me, I get it, that's what you do. Yeah. But I'm not, you want to use my plane, fine. I mean, some people would not understand that.
No, I think I have been able to do that. Otherwise, I would have nobody to talk to at all. But sometimes I'll endorse people that said horrible, horrible things about me. And people say, do you have any idea what he said? And I said, if I did that, I would never be able to endorse anybody. Because when I first ran, everybody was violently opposed to me. So I would never be able to endorse anybody. And I like to endorse
I said
people
terrible
if I
things.
think they're good. Honestly, you weren't so good at the beginning.
And I believe we have the tape. That's right. I'm making my move, Gutfeld. Roll it.
Trump is almost like a comedian without even trying to be. That's the funny thing about him. He just makes these little silent one-liners that just gets people cracking up. It's hilarious. And Howard Stern, I don't know what happened to him. 20 years ago, he used to be a cool thing. Now he's literally like one of those old women that you see at a grocery store that thinks she's got everybody fooled that she's still young because she dyes her hair. Now in this last clip, Tyrus presents Trump with a special surprise, making him champion of the people. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys are new. Check it out.
It is funny. Waltz is a strange dude.
Oh, he's strange.
He is
he's
strange.
crazy.
Him and I are the same age. How does he look so much younger?
No, he's a strange guy.
Strange.
You know, he called up years ago. I was in the White House, and he said, my house is being surrounded by people with American flags. I said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? He said, I think they're going to attack me. This was during the riots and everything else. They were MAGA people. You know, they like the American flag, all right? And they also had Trump. And I said, how do you know? There were about 15,000. He said, could you put out a word like that I'm your friend? I don't even know him, but that's the only time I ever spoke to him. And if you look back long ago, tweets, before truth, tweets, long ago, I put out a statement. He's a good man, the governor. He's on our side. I didn't know him, but I didn't want him to get hurt. And everybody put down their flags and they left. Yes. He said it was a miracle. He said it was a miracle. I didn't want him to get hurt.
Scared by the American flag. We've got some questions from the audience. They were just submitted. Evangeline has a good one. What is something people would be surprised to learn about you?
Oh, that's a dangerous question.
What do we not know
I got a
about
call
him?
from a couple of people. Could you please be careful in this show? You're going to have a good time. We don't need scandals. We're leading in the polls. We don't need any scandals. So maybe I shouldn't answer that question.
How about this? Do you wear pajamas?
I don't.
Okay.
Do you own blue jeans?
Do you own blue jeans?
He sleeps in the suit.
I have a very old pair that I saw. I doubt I fitted it.
Because we were talking about this. I've never seen you at the beach. We see Biden all the time at the beach. Do you ever sunbathe?
I'll tell you this. I see Biden too. You know, all he had. Somebody told him he looks great at the beach in a bathing suit. And I think it's terrible when you see a president lying on the beach on a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and he's stone cold out.
Yes.
He's out.
Yes.
Who can sleep in front of cameras?
For me, you know, I can't wait that one day I'll be able to tell my grandchildren that the president of the United States stole my seat.
That's right.
And Mr. President, if you're going to sit,
honor.
Oh wow! Thank you for WrestleMania 4 and 5, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. But if you're going to sit in that chair, if you're going to do the Tyrus experience, you have to do it right because you are the people's champion, Mr. Trump.
Wow!
And on behalf of all the people of America, this is
I like that. Now I'm really happy. That's a good one.
That's the man who makes all the professional ones.
Beautiful, yeah.
There you go.
No, but this is the real one. This is a real deal.
No, I'm going to give a fake belt to the next president.
We're more used to that. That's good. Thank you, Tyrus.
You are the people's champion.
You're going to have to wear that on the golf course for safety reasons.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah.
And then I agreed to do an interview, and it was supposed to be just a quick. I said, look, this guy I can't stand the guy. They set up an interview, and I said, it'll be like for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, something quick. And they set up this whole thing. And the interview lasted for 2.5 hours. Because we got along. We had an unbelievable chemistry. And I can honestly say, I really think, because I love what he says. He says, look, maybe he's not a nice guy, but he gets everything done. Would you rather have a nice guy where the country goes to hell? But I do. I get it done. And I think I'm a nice guy, too. I like to be a nice guy. But he did this interview. So, and I'm going to take total credit for the show, okay?
Yes.
No, credit almost equal to you guys. It was just chemistry. We got along incredibly well. And that was it. And then he did a 5-parter.
Yes.
Every night he had Trump on, and he got ratings that were through the roof. And honestly, his ratings were okay, but they weren't setting he got ratings that were through the roof. He was the #1 show of the week. It was the great. And you know what? It never stopped.
Yeah.
So I take full credit.
Take full credit.